Hello, my dear bachcho. Welcome, welcome. So, are you worried about Heron's formula for your exams? Arey, please don't be. Together we're going to make this chapter super, super easy. So let's just dive right in, okay? Okay, so think about this. We all know the good old formula for a triangle's area, right? It's half into base into height. We've been doing it for years. But what happens when you know the three sides of a triangle, but you have no idea what the height is? How do you find the area then? That's the big question. And you know what? This is a very real problem. Just imagine you're trying to measure a huge triangular park. It's kind of easy to walk along the sides and measure the boundaries, right? But how in the world are you going to measure the height perfectly? I mean, from one corner straight down to the opposite base. It's really, really difficult in real life. So you see the issue here. Our old, trusted formula, the one we love, totally depends on knowing the height. If you don't have the height, well, that formula isn't very helpful, is it? We need a new way, a new trick up our sleeve to solve this exact problem. And that's when our hero enters the picture, a super mathematician named Heron. Can you believe it? He saw this exact same problem thousands of years ago and gave us a magical formula to solve it. So, this is the man himself, Heron of Alexandria. What a brilliant mind, right? He was from Egypt, and he's the one who created this amazing formula that you are going to master today. A true genius, for sure. And here it is, Heron's formula. Now, I know, at first glance, it looks a little bit complex, maybe even scary with that big square root. But trust me, it's actually really simple. The area is just the square root of s times s minus a times s minus b times s minus c. And don't worry, A, B, and C are just what you think they are, the lengths of the three sides. Okay, so you're probably wondering, A, B, and C are the sides, got it. But what on earth is this new letter S? And that's a brilliant question. So let's find out exactly what S is. So this S is called the semiperimeter. It's a fancy word, but semi just means half, so it's half the perimeter. It's so simple. Step 1. Find the full perimeter. You know how to do that. Just add up all three sides. A plus B plus C. And step 2? Just divide that total by 2. That's it. That's your S. Easy peasy. All right. Enough of all this theory. You know that maths is all about practice, right? So, chalo, let's solve a problem together. You'll see for yourself. It is bilkul simple. Okay, look at this. Here's a question straight out of your textbook. We've got this triangular park, and the sides are 40 meters, 24 meters, and 32 meters. Our job is to find its area. And what do you notice? Exactly. No height is given. This is a perfect job for Heron. So first things first, what do we need to find? Yes, we need to find S. So we just add up the sides. 40 plus 24 plus 32, that gives us 96. And then what? We divide by 2 to get the semiperimeter. So our S is 48 meters. Easy, Anna? Now listen carefully. Here's a very, very important exam tip from me. Before you jump into that big formula, just calculate the smaller parts first. Find S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C separately. Look here, we get 8, 24, and 16. Trust me, this one simple step will save you from making those silly calculation mistakes in the exam hall. Okay, we have all our ingredients ready now. We've got our S, we've got our S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C. Now it's time to put all these values into our super formula. So the area is going to be the square root of 48 times 8 times 24 times 16. And when you do the math, drumroll please, the area of the park is 384 square meters. Voila! See? We did it. We found the area without even thinking about the height. That, my dear bachcho, is the power of Heron's formula. You are all doing so well. Now that you've got the basics down, let's really build up that confidence. We're going to tackle the kind of word problems that you will definitely see in your exams. Let's get you exam ready. Okay, here we go. This is a classic exam question. Let's meet Dhaniya, the gardener. She has a triangular park, and she has 2 jobs to do. Now pay attention because this kind of multi-step problem is super common in exams. So let's just break it down into simple parts. First task, she needs to find the area inside the park so she can plant grass. For that, we'll use our new best friend, Heron's formula.
Second task, she needs to put a fence all around it, and we have to figure out the cost. The fence is 20 rupees per meter, and there's a little twist with a gate. Okay, let's crunch the numbers, step by step. First, the area. You'll calculate S, which comes out to 125. You plug everything into the formula, and bam! The area for the grass is 375√15 square meters. Done. Now for the fence. The total perimeter is 250 meters. But wait, remember the gate. She leaves a 3-meter space for it, so we have to subtract that. So she only needs 247 meters of wire. You multiply that by 20 rupees per meter, and the total cost is 4,940 rupees. See? We just broke a big problem into small, easy pieces. Get ready, because here's another type of question that the exam setters absolutely love: ratio problems. In these questions, they don't give you the sides directly. Instead, they'll say the sides are in a ratio, something like 3:5:7, and they give you the total perimeter. Now, don't get scared when you see this. It's actually very, very easy. Just follow these simple steps. The moment you see a ratio, just put an x next to each number. So our sides become 3x, 5x, and 7x. Now, we know that when we add them up, we get the perimeter, which is 300. So 3x plus 5x plus 7x equals 300. That's 15x equals 300. So what's x? Just divide. X is 20. And now you can find the actual sides. 3 times 20 is 60. 5 times 20 is 100. And 7 times 20 is 140. There you go. And here's the best part. Once you've found the actual sides, 60, 100, and 140, the problem becomes a normal, easy HERON'S formula question again. The tricky part is over. You just use the formula exactly like we did before, and you'll get the answer, 1,500√3 square meters. See? You've totally got this.
And just like that, we've covered the entire chapter. Excellent work, my dear bachcho. Really excellent. Now for your final revision before the exam, I'm going to give you a super simple checklist. Just keep these points in your mind.
Okay, here it is. 5 simple steps to remember for the exam. Step 1. First, check if you have all 3 sides. If it's one of those ratio problems, find the sides first. Step 2. Calculate S. Just half the perimeter. Step 3. Calculate all the little parts. S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C. Step 4, put everything into the formula. And step 5, maybe the most important step of all, please be careful with your calculations, especially the square roots and the multiplication. Always double check. All right, one last little thought to make your brain super, super strong. We know HERON'S formula is for triangles, right? But what if you were asked to find the area of a quadrilateral, a shape with 4 sides? Could you still use this formula? Think about it. How can you break a 4-sided shape down? I'll leave you with that little puzzle. That's all for today. You are now absolutely ready to score full marks in this chapter. All the very best for your exams. You're going to do great.